Hey, this is Eb. I'm here to talk about this 1950s J-45 that came into the shop. It belongs to the Elmore family here in Texas. Some Hall of Fame fiddlers, great musicians, great people. And this is a guitar that had been had a hard life, and when it came to them, it had been sanded down, was falling apart. I mean, sanded down rough, like old flooring or something. And basically, it was not able to hold tension or anything, so it was sent with me to make playable again. One of the big problems that you'll see in the other video is that there was a lot of holes in here from pickups or something. Those had gone through the X braces, those screws, and had weakened the X braces, and all the bracing had just totally failed on the inside and was busted and just not usable. These later 50s models, they also did some butt joints on their X bracing, which is incredibly weak, and those failed horribly. And so also there was a lot of sanding. There was a whole bunch of cracks on the top. I'll try to get a little slideshow together of those. But there was a whole bunch of these cracks on tops of cracks that had been repaired previously. The glue had to be dug out of those cracks. They had to be recleated, all kind of stuff. All new X bracing. Instead of replacing the late 50s bracing, which sounds pretty good, I figured if I had to make new bracing, I would take it back to the more iconic years. So I have a set of plans that I made off of a 1948 J-45, and I cloned those braces down to every little detail and put them in here. And so the results are fantastic. It's able to hold string tension again. I ended up doing some finishing work on it. Just all the repairs all added up, and the rough refins on it. It showed really rough with all the cracks, so I sprayed a light burst on it, kind of more of a tobacco or boot burst or something, whatever you want to call it, and it just kind of helps hide a lot of the holes and cracks and that kind of stuff and give it a nice, I think, pretty vintage look. My personal opinion is that I have rarely seen a guitar that has been refinished that's better than, I don't know. It usually either looks like a brand new guitar, which I don't think is a great thing, or it looks like a pretty refin. So this one, I just kind of wanted to add some color to what was there. So trying to think of any other details, but that's it. It all came apart, all went back together. It's got a beautiful mahogany back. I left a lot of the scars because this is a fiddle playing family. I thought treat this again kind of like an old fiddle or the violin repair world, where they don't try to hide every repair. They just make sure it's repaired well. And but this one got a refret on it, and it had a bunch of divots in the fingerboard, which may not show in the other one. But I did the Doug Proper method of actually using gouges and cleaning out the natural gouges in the fingerboard from somebody's fingernails that were too long, and use the same gouge to cut out some rosewood from a donor board and put those in there. So all those holes that are filled, there's like a dozen of them, are all actually rosewood, not super glue and sawdust. Still has the original tuners on there from the 50s, and then I've got some really cool little some little tuner post ferrules from Stumac that match up with these old ones. Very nice. And yeah, this one had a lot of finish, a lot of work. New nut, new saddle, of course a bridge re-glue and refitting and all that stuff. So the results I'm just tickled with. I just got it strung up, so it's got new braces, so greener wood, if you will, that doesn't know it's a guitar yet. So over time, when you put new braces in there, they will warm up to their new job and learn how to be a guitar. Also, the rest of the guitar, who knows, hadn't been played in decades, so they can get kind of stiff and still. So it sounds fantastic now, which means it's only going to sound better as the old wood wakes up and the new wood learns what to do. So I'm going to play it a little bit. It's got some Martin retros on here. which I think have a nice, brilliant sound to them. Here in the Texas fiddle music, they're quite preferred on these old slope shoulders. So here we go. Here's a little sound sample. Hard to tell because you're watching through the internet, but it's real nice, loud, colorful, lots of overtones here in the room. With all the cleats in there, it still makes a lot of noise. So here's some more strumming. Bit of finger picking out there. This is set up a little lower than I would like it for me when I was playing, so I can't strum as hard as even I would like. I think it's even got more with a little higher action, but if it had it. But here's a little bit of finger picking. Sustain, sustain, sustain. So one more little preview. Oh, I also made a pick guard for it. 40s style, the older one, not the big old late 50s one, to match the braces. Here's all the back brace, the binding and all that have been off. And that's a aftermarket, a more or recent that had been added, that decal. That's not original tuners. I hope you learned a little bit about this. If you like this video, please actually hit the like button. That's helpful so that other people will see it. Subscribe if you want to see more. It's really helpful if you think this is a cool video to send it directly to somebody through a text or a message or something like that. And it's always really helpful. So again, I'm going to put the link probably right up here or up here for the previous video. And I'm going to hand this over to the owner tomorrow. Thanks for watching.